Hey everybody, it's the boss lady here, coming to you with a quick little video. Excuse my glasses, y'all know I've been dealing with a migraine actually since Sunday. I was at the urgent care last night and I got some migraine medication, so we just working it out. But even though it's not sunny out, the light from outside is bothering me, so that's why I got glasses on. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I had alluded to something new popping up in our life, and now I'm finally able to speak on it. Miss Peanut's on her way out here, so I want to be able to do it before she gets here. Anyway, I hadn't really, well, I've kind of talked about some things throughout some of my videos. Miss Peanut having a lot of issues at her current school. Now, you guys know, excuse me, since I've been on the channel, that I loved her school. It's a Catholic private school, and I ranted and raved about it, but this particular school year has been a very hard year for us. Miss Peanut has been bullied off and on since August when school started. And I know bullying happens everywhere, but the thing that bothered me was the way the administration was responding to it, either not believing it or half dealing with it, whatever. Recently, 2 incidents came to a head, where the first incident was a young boy, 10-year-old boy, verbally sexually, harassed my child, not assaulted, but verbally sexually harassed my child. And the way the administration dealt with it, as far as from principal, dean, teacher, all the way over to the parish office, it just wasn't dealt with effectively. And then the second incident that happened was there was a child who stated she wanted to murder my child. I take these offenses very seriously. We've dealt with it. I won't go into how we dealt with it, but we've dealt with it. She is still a member of the school. I mean, as you can see, the church behind me, you guys seen it lots of times in my videos. She still is a member of the school. Because it's so late in the school year, I'm not able to, get her into another school like ASAP. But we have taken the proper measures to make sure that Miss Peanut is safe at all times. Whether it's escorting her to and from class, to and from school, whatever, we're doing that. Those children have been dealt with, I won't say to my satisfaction, but they've been dealt with to the point of not bothering Miss Peanut. But like I said, it's been a rough year. And I talked about some things, like the bullying and things like that. But, this other stuff I didn't want to really address right when it was happening, just because it was personal, and it's hard to deal with or hard to speak about when it's your own child. And, I've had some crying days. I've had some sleepless nights, but at all times I've been praying for my child. It got to the point that her sister and I had to come up to the school and, in boss fashion, let them know that we were not pleased. Whew. So I said all that to say, when the bullying stuff was going on, I started looking at other schools. And, I've always told you guys, we got these bigwig schools and blah, blah, blah. And, we got 2 that are like top of the line. And then the next one, like the third one, is like top 2, So, one of the top 2 I did not apply at because I didn't like their school, I guess you would say. So I didn't apply at that one, but I did apply at the number 1 Bigwig school. Went through all the necessary channels and everything, paid out money. These schools is like applying to college. Like, you have to get in where you fit in, basically. And so we applied to the school back in January, and they said they would not make a decision until March 31st. Well, decision came back for this one Bigwig school, and the number 1. And so number 1. And right the day that we were leaving, going out of town to Dallas, we were told she was not accepted. And then we got the letter in the mail, and basically it was they didn't have any room, and the financial aid piece of it. I mean, because this school, when I tell you it's top of the line, for 5th grade, they was charging $27,650 a year. And yes, they had financial aid, but I mean, you know, they wasn't given the full ride, put it that way. You know, you got to pay something. And so, you know, we got knocked out the water on that one. Like I said, I didn't apply to the number 2 school. I was pretty much devastated. You know, I didn't know what to do, whatever. When I got the email from her current teacher that there was an incident at the school and a young man had said something to her inappropriate, blah, 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 but she didn't go into detail what was said, I immediately got online and I applied to the 3rd Bigwig school. No, I didn't apply. What I did was I sent off for information, and then I called the school. So when I called the school, you know, just inquiring with them, because basically these schools, like I said, it's applying to college type private schools here, and basically, you know, there's deadlines for everything. So I was past deadline on all of it, and so when I'm talking to the admissions counselor, she said, "Oh, you're looking for 6th grade, not 5th grade? What grade is your child in?" And I said, "She's in 4th. She said, "Well, why not look for this coming year?" And I said, "Well, I'm past the deadline, so, you know, I'm just being respectful of the school rules, blah, 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 whatever." She said, "We have space for 5th grade." What? So, what? Are you kidding me? Okay. So immediately I began the application process. Immediately I paid the application fee, which by chance was not cheap. It was $100. And I also paid $100 for the other school that she was not accepted to, and that money is non-refundable. But when you are advocating for your child, sometimes you have to do things just like that. So that's what I did. Paid $100. You know, luckily there's another application that you got to do for the financial aid piece, and that's $48. But since I had paid for it already with the Bigwig, the number 1 school, they just took the information from that and was able to use it for the 3rd school. Excuse me. Last week, Miss Peanut had her shadow day. She had her shadow day where she was able to be at the school all day with the kids. They also did her testing same day. They were going to do her testing next month, and for some reason I had urgency, and I said, "Please test her same day. Can you make an exception?" They made the exception. So she went, she did her shadow day. She went, she did her testing. I also did my tour, got to see everything, talked to parents. I mean, like, parents were coming up to me, "Are you putting your daughter here? Blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to. Very welcoming. This is a private Christian school, which is very dear to my heart. It also is under the Covenant umbrella. You know, the school she goes to is under the Catholic umbrella. So this is under the Covenant umbrella, which we do go to a Covenant church. So that was a plus for us as well. So she would be learning in the same fashion at school that she learns at church. Appreciate that. So after her shadow day and all that, the next day I got an email from the admissions counselor saying her complete application packet is complete. They'll make a decision within 2 weeks. Okay, not a problem. Next thing you know, I got an email from the admission board asking me about our membership with our church. And at the time we were not a member. So you heard me say in my tag video that I just became a member. Well, that has already been on my heart to join my church. And so she talked to me about it. You know, are you planning to join? Are you just, you know, hanging out? What you doing? And I said, well, we missed the last membership class. Well, they had a membership class this past Sunday. I did it. Boom, I'm a member. With me being a member of our Covenant church, we also get an additional financial aid scholarship, whatever. Her tuition for this school is $19,205. Why do I say that? Why am I making that a big deal? Because it's a lot of money. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. But we have been blessed beyond measure is what I'm going to get to. I got the official email today. Miss Peanut has been accepted to the top 3 school. Hallelujah. She has been accepted. and I am overjoyed. I can't say no more about it. I'm so overjoyed. I just thank God that, you know, everything has lined up. It's definitely where she needs to be. The number one school was not faith-based at all. So she would not have gotten that. And that was one reason why we started going to our church, because I said, if I take her out of a school that's faith-based, then I still want her to have, you know, faith teaching. And God said that's not the one. So I'm thankful for where she has been accepted. I'm thankful that everything is going to work out in our favor. She will no longer be wearing uniforms. I will be in the process of buying regular clothes. So that's going to be an adventure, which I will take you guys along for the ride. But I did want to bring this to the channel because I am so elated. I wish you could see my eyes because I'm so excited. Like, oh my God. So I've told the family, you know, I mean, Dad knows, of course, you know, boss man. I went and had lunch with Mom and Dad because they had been praying, and told them, you know, my sisters know, her godparents know, and now YouTube knows that, yes, Miss Peanut will be leaving her school after 5 years being here. Yes, she will be leaving, and I'm super excited for the adventure. And this school has so many more opportunities, so many more things that she will learn. She will finally be able to take a second language at this school. She'll be able to get more into her engineering and robotics and things of that nature. They still have chapel. They go to chapel once a week, unlike mass once a month. She enjoyed chapel. She got to experience that last week, and it's just amazing. So I thank the ones who did know that we were looking for another school. I thank you for your prayers. I thank you for your support and just praying over Miss Peanut, because, you know, this has been, like I said, a rough, tough year for us. And, you know, sometimes, you know, parents don't know what to do. And so it's always best to start praying, because once you pray and you get in tune with God, God will supply your every need. I'm going to end the video here because here comes Miss Peanut. And so I'm getting ready to let her know the good news. But I thank you all for watching, and I'll see everybody in a new video. Bye-bye.